Yes. Okay, I think we are live on Facebook. We got Mr. JP in the house today. Urban Kiz artist, a famous couple, JP and Steffi. But it's just you today, right? And I would like to talk about Urban Kiz and our new event, Kiz Affair, in January. And I'm new to this world. I'll be asking you a lot of questions just to get to know you better. Okay, so how would you introduce yourself? Kizomba dancer, urban kiz dancer, tango dancer? What's the definition? Well, it's all, yeah, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. So tell us, how has it all started for you? What made you choose Kizomba and what pulled you in? Aha, okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Ten years ago. Okay. So what did you like about Kizomba more than salsa and bachata? Mm-hmm. 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 So how does the teaching of Kizomba and Urban Kiz is different from teaching salsa and bachata? Mm-hmm. 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 Well, I'm asking because I have this experience that salsa and bachata are very much schematic, especially at the beginning. So you can, when you dance, you can just detach yourself, or you just follow the steps. Whereas in Kizomba, it's, you never know. Are we gonna go slow? Are we gonna go fast? Are we gonna go to the side? Are we gonna go to the back? So you have to be super connected and focused. Mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Do you have another profession aside from dance? Okay. So did you do anything else before you became a professional dancer? Mm-hmm. 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 On Facebook, on Instagram. Some people say here it's working. Guys, can you hear JP talking, or do you just hear me? Because that was an issue on Facebook. Instagram is okay. Something is wrong on Facebook, uh, but I think we're just gonna have to give up because I don't know how to fix it. So, okay, so to unmute yourself, but just put the sound of the computer on silent so that it catches your sound. And somehow I cannot show our faces on.
Is it good?
Let's hear. I think it should be good now.
No,
Whoever is on
now I
Facebook,
cannot hear
guys.
you. I can. Hello? Yes, now I can hear you. Yes, with my headphone.
Mm-hmm.
Is it good?
Well, I can hear you. I don't know about people. Now there is some
Yeah, yeah. I
feedback
think I
properly.
think that they can hear me. They can hear me now.
Okay, let us know if something is wrong, guys.
Yes.
So where
So
were
what?
we? We were
Yeah.
talking about your master's degrees
Yes,
and
yes. So I,
yeah.
I went to Paris, and I did a I was in a very good business school in Paris.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, I was going like quite often to dance kizomba to learn, because like my business school was not really in Paris; it was outside of
Mm-hmm.
Paris, but very far away. And at this moment, I didn't have a car, so all
Mm-hmm.
the time I needed to go to Paris to learn, and I have to come back very late. It was quite complicated.
Mm-hmm.
And the year that I I passed the exam of passed the exam to get my master degree. I started to teach, and
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the year, I won the competition with Steffi of Olympiad of Kizomba,
Okay.
and after that, everything really started. So I needed to make like a choice,
Mhm.
and for a moment, I decided to like keep like teaching because I really
Mhm.
love it. I really love to teach. I really love to travel and to dance and to share my passion for
What
and
do
to inspire
you
people.
what do you expect from a student? Because your classes are quite demanding in your classes, so you also need a particular attitude in your students.
Yeah, for me, what is really important is to the attention. Like people need, I need the full attention of everybody
Mhm.
in my class. This is something really, really important. Because sometimes like people like come to my class and they just want like the very, very difficult stuff. But
Mhm.
in fact, everything that I will like say or every exercises that we like do, it's for a purpose. It's not like
Mhm.
for nothing. It's really, really important for me. And I'm always saying that at the beginning it will be easy, but
Mhm.
progressively it will be hard because I will put more input in the class.
Mhm.
So if you don't listen at the beginning, it will be really complicated for you to do like the rest of the complicated stuff. Because people like always forget that if you want to make complex stuff or if you want to put style, you need to master the basics. So we need to start from there. And
Mhm.
after when you really master the basics, the basic concept, you can add things. But
Mhm.
people just want to put the style and the complex thing without like really master the basics. So that's why sometimes it can be like complicated.
Yeah, it
But
takes a
when they
certain
have the
patience. Mhm.
yes, 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 to be patient as well, to be
Discipline. Yeah.
patient.
I like in your classes because I come from classical ballet background, and I worked really hard for my dance. So this
Yeah.
whole Latin world for me was always just fun, and everybody just expects fireworks and great effects without really putting in the work. And I always laugh in your classes because you try to get people to listen and to really focus, and do something properly, not like this, just like that. You're like a surgeon, it has to be here, not 1 centimeter to the left, it has to be right here. But it's great because when I took classes with you, it made me a better kizomba dancer. I started to finally know what I'm doing on the floor, so that's really valuable.
But I think that this is so important, and I think that when I started to dance kizomba, I will not start with Urban Kiz, but when I started with kizomba, I think that the main mistake from a lot of teacher was to
Hmm.
say that kizomba was an easy dance or samba was an easy dance, because it's not true.
It's
uh,
not.
w- what I will like say, but is like kizomba or samba for me is even harder than urban kids
Hmm.
because you need to have the attitude, you need to have the way of walking, you need to understand a lot of things that is are really difficult to understand. But because like a lot of teacher like really not really focus on the detail, for people were thinking, okay, yeah, that's just easy and it's just like the step that you need to do and that's it. But it's not the case. And that's why I was thinking that if I start to teach, I will give all the detail. I will really give all the details so that people really understand what I'm doing and why when I'm doing it, it's fluid and nice, and why like sometimes they doing the same thing, it's complicated or not nice or not comfortable. And for
Hmm.
me, this is really, really, really important to to understand that and to explain that. But it takes time. It takes time. And I think that the fact of taking tango classes really like made me realize that you need to be patient, you need to take time, and you need to take time on detail. Like this
Hmm.
is for me, yeah, something really important.
So if you didn't dance, what other job would you do? What could you imagine yourself doing?
So yeah, if I didn't dance, I would
Hmm.
have I will have like just do like what my master degree,
Hmm.
um,
Business.
yeah, business like strategic
Hmm.
consultant. So I was also like I did also an internship in an audit firm.
Hmm.
So it would have
Hmm.
been on this kind of field. Yes.
DJ Rock Kizomba says that would be an unhappy job.
For sure, it will
With.
be like something completely different. It will
Mhm.
be like something completely different. But yeah, it would have been something like this. But maybe
JP,
I will
can
like
you?
do it like later. Yeah, tell me.
You maybe can you change a little bit the position of your phone because we're seeing half your face a bit. Yeah, great,
Okay,
great.
I will change it.
Okay, to our online community, guys, if you have any questions, please share and ask. This is an opportunity here for you to. JP is a very private person, so I don't know how much he's gonna share, but
No,
let's
I will share. I will share.
tell us. Joao is saying. Greetings to DJ Rocky Zamba. Yeah, it's. Oh, I didn't know DJ Rocky Zamba is. It's you. Hi. What's your vision for the next 10 years? Where do you see yourself?
Um, so now I'm starting like more organizing stuff,
Mm-hmm.
organizing events. So for me, this will be an important part to
Mm-hmm.
to organize events.
Okay.
Like 2022, we like make our certification in Paris and also in the US. And I think
Mm-hmm.
to make certification, it's really or teacher training, depends how you call
Mm-hmm.
it, but I think it's really important because people need to have like a good pedagogy. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is for me really important. If you want like people to learn properly Kizomba or Urban Kiz, because like for the students you need to have a good pedagogy. Like teacher need to learn like correctly, teacher need to learn correctly as well, and after teach correctly, this is for me really important. So this is one of
Mm-hmm.
my two main projects.
Okay.
And also on January we like launch our online website
Mm-hmm.
for online course. So this will
Okay.
be in January, and that's also like really important to do
Mm-hmm.
because not everybody can like be on our regular classes or go to
Mm-hmm.
every
Mm-hmm.
festival where we're going. So a lot of people were asking for it, so we decided to do it. So yeah,
Nice. Yeah, sounds
that's
very
all the project
consistent.
that we want to do, and of course to keep like teaching, to keep learning. For us, like the learning part is so important. So
Someone is
we
even
invest.
commenting.
Yeah.
Steph is saying. That's one thing that I like with you is that you're always trying to learn. Odilia has questions about the
Yes.
certificate in April. Someone saying would
Yeah.
love the online classes, and Joao says all the best there with your project. So you got a lot of support from the community.
Yes, that's really good. But yes, I really love to learn. Like all the time when I'm going to a festival, I'm trying to at least take one class or two.
Mm-hmm.
For me, what I prefer to learn is Kizomba and Samba. I really love to go to
Mm-hmm.
this class, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
always saying to everybody who want to improve in Urban Keys,
Mm-hmm.
go to the roots, and it will help you a lot. You'll understand better the transfer of rate, also the leading, and also
Mm-hmm.
to dance samba in social, because that's really important. Because a lot of time they samba and the floor is like just empty. And for
Mm-hmm.
me, like Simba, Kizomba, Urban Kiz, it's part of the same roof.
It's a
So
bit like
it's,
with the Afro-Cuban culture also in salsa in the New York or LA salsa now. Everybody reaches to the roots to learn the styling, to learn the movement.
yes,
So they go
this
the
is,
African music.
and and I will even say to try to learn Afro can help
Hmm.
you a lot as well. So for me, for example, like every Monday, I'm going to an Afro
Mm-hmm.
class because
Okay.
and it helped me like so much to really understand better my body. And I can say that for everybody who can, like, if you have time, because sometimes you don't have the time, I have the time to do it.
Oh yeah, I got two
and
kids.
and for yeah, yes, and that, I understand
Yes.
that's complicated, but I think that to to try to dance all the dances which is under the umbrella of Kizomba, it's really important. And even more important, if you want to teach, and if you want to teach at a international level, to really understand all the dance which is under the roof or under the
Mm-hmm.
umbrella of Kizomba. I think that's, for
Mm-hmm.
me, that's essential. But yeah, that's my opinion.
Steph is saying, I feel like you're trying to improve your tarasha skills. Are you?
Yes, yes. Also, like every Tuesday, I'm going to the Tarasha school.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
Every Tuesday, I'm going, and I will take like the Tarasha lesson of
Yeah,
Bunny
they're
and
great.
Kizzy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for me, it's really important. The thing is, I will be honest. I'm not like a fan of Tarasha.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not like the thing that when like there's too much tarasho in the festival, I don't really like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that tarasho is something so important in the scene, and I think that as a Urban Kiz teacher, I cannot avoid it. I cannot like just say, okay, I don't want to dance this, and, and that's it. I think that this is really important to learn it. And there's like a common saying that say that people don't like a dance because they didn't learn it. And I can say
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that when I started to learn like tarasho and understand better the dance, I started to like a bit more like the to dance tarasho in social. So now I dance tarasho.
Mm-hmm. It's a
Now
very
I
good
dance tarasho.
thing that you mentioned because I have this thing, in Kizomba scene. If you say Kizomba or Urban Kiz, I feel someone is always going to attack you, like, oh, Urban Kiz is not Kizomba, you're spoiling Kizomba, and then there's the traditional community and there's the modern community.
Hmm. Hmm.
And sometimes I think that this attack comes from the fact that people don't want to learn, they don't want to
Yeah.
develop and learn the new things. So they're really fighting for the old stuff to be the best thing,
No.
Just give us don't change the tradition because we
Mm.
want to stay in the tradition. I went to Global Tarasha to Guani's event as
Mhm.
an experiment, and for me also like nonstop Tarasha is tiring, is a little static. I like to move
Mhm.
more in space. But when I went to the classes and I actually got to experience, the game of moving the body
Mhm.
parts, it's the isolation. It also has something to do with salsa when you're so isolated everywhere.
Yeah.
Then I also started to enjoy it and understand it. So I
Yes,
think
of course.
always
Of
when you
course.
understand, then you enjoy and you don't feel the need to attack it,
So
right?
the thing is, what I'm saying always to students, and that's for every dance, can be like the same for samba or kizomba or tarasho. First, try to learn it. If
Mm,
you learn it and really learn it properly, and you don't like it, okay, you can say that okay, you don't like the dance and it's not for you.
mm,
But if you didn't try to learn it, can say, okay, no, I don't like it and I don't want to try. You need to try to learn. Some people do the same thing for Samba. Some people didn't like Samba, but after they went to the classes, really learn it, understand the dance, and after they say, okay, but like this dance is like it's really good as well. But you need
mm,
to learn it. And for Tarasho, I will say that for me, I'm seeing Tarasho like tarashina. Maybe you're not familiar with this, but
mhm,
this tarashina or tarasha and tarasho.
mhm, mhm,
And and when I started to dance kizomba, like people like when you start where I started like to dance a Kizomba song, you were starting with like some tarashina movements, and after you were dancing Kizomba.
Mhm.
Always at the beginning, just to start, like
Mhm.
like a warm up, you
Mhm.
start with tarashina. And I'm just thinking that for me, the tarasho, I want to include it in my
Mhm.
way of dancing Urban Kiz. I don't
Mhm.
want to like put it just aside or like a different dance, but I want to include it because I think that can be really interesting as well to include like upper movement, a upper body movement in your way of
Mhm.
dancing Urban Kiz. Because it's true that the way people dance Urban Kiz for the moment is just with like more with the leg, but the upper
Mhm.
body is not really like moving.
Mhm.
But can be interesting also to include it. And
Yes, I
because
yeah,
yeah,
it really feels good when the dance is like a fusion.
yeah,
Uh,
yes,
I also
I
like that,
think
you know.
I think can be interesting, and because like the music is changing a lot.
Mhm.
I had this thinking like recently. I was thinking that because now there's more Afrobeat music, like I was just thinking that I need to add something different in my
Mhm.
dance and
Mhm.
to dance more Afro and to dance more Tarasho and
Mhm.
also like Semba will be like something good to add on my style. But you will
Mhm.
like see, you'll see in 2022. It will be interesting.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we're definitely going to see JP in Guani's classes
Yes,
at the Kids Affair
yes,
War, so I'll be there
yes, yes,
as
yes.
well.
Of course,
We
of
actually,
course.
some people are asking me, is the event going to be Tarash? I'm like, no, it's going to be
No, 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 no,
Urban Keys,
no.
but
Urban
because
kids.
Tarasho is so in, we bring the instructors. We
Yeah,
actually also have a couple from Ukraine that's not published yet, Dimitri and Dasha
yeah.
are also coming. So and Rutson is coming. So there's going to be both, but the music will be more general. There will just be like 20% of tarasho,
Yeah.
depending of course on the guests on the floor. But it's not going to
Hmm.
be a tarasho event. So
No,
so
I
don't
hope
worry.
so.
No, no. I mean it's there's just one that there's global tarasho, and that's enough.
Yes, no, that's good. That's already enough for me. But I went,
Mhm.
you know, I
Yeah.
went on Sunday at the Tower Show, Global Tower Show Festival, and
Oh,
it was
okay.
nice. Just on Sunday, just for
I
one
was
day.
gone.
So
I had to
yeah,
leave. So,
yeah.
okay. So we were talking about tarasho. So how does tango help you in your
Uh,
dancing and teaching?
it helped me so much. It
Mm-hmm.
helped me so much. Uh, like it helped me so much in the teaching because
Mm-hmm.
like in tango, like they are so precise with everything,
Mm-hmm.
and there were things that I understood about the leading in Kizomba, but I didn't really understood it in a theoretical way.
Mm-hmm.
And by going to tango, like they were explaining everything, how you need to move your upper body, how you need to move your feet, how you need to move your head, but really everything. And the thing is, we were going, I think that's almost every day to tango classes,
Mm-hmm.
so it was expensive
Mm-hmm.
as well, but we were going like almost every day to tango classes. So we like learned so much. We learned so much.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to like we want to give more of this, but I think that the scene is not ready for it. So that's why we like put some like tango elements, but not too much,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think that first the scene is ready for it, and secondly, uh, I always want like mainly to put kizomba and urban kiz movements and a bit of flavor of tango elements, but not too much. But in my teaching, it's a lot of like it's a lot with the tango pedagogy,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and for me, like the precision is so important.
And can you tell us, Steffi is not with us today, but can you tell us
Yeah.
what's her dance background or how she got into Kizomba? Was it with you or did she have any previous dance experience?
So she didn't have any experience in
Mm-hmm.
dancing, and for me, like now when I'm thinking about it, I'm always like really surprised.
Mm-hmm.
She don't have any experience, so I danced for almost 10 years, and 5 years later, after starting to dance kizomba, I met Steffi,
Mm-hmm.
and she was not dancing at all. She was not
Mm-hmm.
dancing at all, and she just wanted to have a training partner.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So we were training like together. We were training together, and I think that we decided to be in partnership when like people were telling us that when we were dancing there was something special. So I was thinking,
Mm-hmm.
okay, maybe it can be interesting to do something. But at the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, we were not dancing like we were dancing now.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, I was telling her like, okay, it will be better if you take like proper classes of Kizomba and Urban Kiz, and also of tango.
Mm-hmm.
And this like made a big difference.
Do you
This made a
guys
big.
perform? Do you ever do shows or did you do shows?
So we were doing shows,
Mm-hmm.
but organizer don't really like ask for it.
Mm-hmm.
So because they don't really ask for it or don't want to
Mm-hmm.
pay for it,
Mm-hmm.
uh, like for a moment, like we don't have a new show, and I think that
Mm-hmm.
that's a pity. I think that's a
Well, we
pity.
always because salsa has this more of
Yeah,
this,
yes, yes.
ego vibe performance. So we always put artists on stage. But I realized in the Kizomba community, a lot of dancers don't offer a show,
Hmm.
or they don't have a show yet, or they don't have a show already. Like it's not
Yeah.
such a standard thing to
Hmm.
perform. It's more in the area of demo, just
Yes,
dancing
but
demos.
I think that it depends on the it depends what organizer
Hmm.
are asking, or because we can propose a show, but
Okay, so
like to make
everybody,
it.
guys, JP has a show. You can contract
No, no,
JP
but
for a show.
no, no. I said we can propose a show, but if we make a show and after we cannot like sell it, because
Hmm.
that's something important.
Hmm.
If you cannot like say it, or we can say it just for one festival, it doesn't really worth the
Yeah.
effort to make the show.
Hmm. Okay.
And that's the thing. For me,
Hmm.
I always say like, okay, we can make a show, like a really good quality show, but after we need to be able to sell it. If you cannot like
Hmm.
sell it or just for one festival, I don't know if it's really
You could
worth
do it
it.
for your soul.
Yeah,
You
I
could just.
know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I know, but
Hmm.
that's the thing. But now because we more booked in Isbika event, maybe
Hmm.
it can be more interesting.
Okay,
But
I'll
I
think
haven't
about it.
decided.
We have a good question. Can you explain,
Yeah.
please, the difference between tarasho and tarashina? Rakim is asking. Ibrahim.
Okay. So there's like a specialist, which is like listening to us. So I don't want to say like any mistake, but so tarasha is like is the dance really created by Granny. But before there were tarashina, and tarashina is more based. I hope I will not like say any mistake, but it's more based on hips movement. What tarasha like did is to add more upper body movement, and like the music also is a bit different because there's like really now tarasha music. But yeah, the tarashina is more based on hips movements, and of course it's like on close position also, but tarasha is more upper body movement. I think that's
Mhm.
like the main difference between like the students.
When I took a class with Marta,
Yeah.
who was she was trained in China, and
Mhm.
in Tarasha, she said that the music is like a slow Afro house, like slowed down. So it's also a particular music when you dance it. You know, the tarashina music. So,
I'm not a
and
specialist.
tarashina.
I'm a
No,
student in Tarasha, you know.
I'm
I'm
just
a
adding
student.
also what I hear.
So I don't want to say
Let's
any
bring
mistake.
Guani into discussion. Can someone
Yes, we
call
need to
Guani
bring
here?
money. We need to bring money. I don't want to have any problem
No, no,
with
no, don't worry.
anyone about it. No, but
Hmm.
yes, the thing is, Tarashu is like also a new dance. I think that's when he really created in 2016, or yeah, 2016, and it really like pop up on 2017. So I
Hmm.
don't have really a real definition
Hmm.
of
Well,
Tarashu.
we'll ask. I'll interview Guani and Liliana next week, so you guys can
Yes,
ask the
so
question
perfect.
next Friday. Next
You will have
Friday.
you will have the time to explain everything about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um, I have like a lot of questions in mind, but I don't know if we're gonna answer them. Like, I would like to know, for instance, how do you, what do you think brought you to your success today? Because it's not an easy thing to do, to be an international instructor who's actually invited, you know, paid and so
Hmm.
on.
Yeah.
So you need some specific traits, of personality or good timing. You know, if you could elaborate, maybe, you know, some advice to the artists that
So
want to get out there. You know, they have a lot to offer, but they don't know how to become professional.
I, I think that it's easy and at the same time it's not. Really, like the two things which really made us um, like international Kizomba artists or international urban Kiz artists is to participate to a competition, the Olympiad of Kizomba.
Mm-hmm.
This really like put light on us, really, really a lot. And
Mm-hmm.
the second thing is our different style. Our style was completely different from all the
Mm-hmm.
couples.
But how do you make
So
your style? How do you make your style different?
I think that what really like help us to make it different is I've been to so many classes, even now I've been to so
Mm-hmm.
many classes that I have a lot of input from other teacher, and I think
Mm-hmm.
that when you nourish your dance with different inputs, it's easier to create new things. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, with a tango, with fusion with tango, I was able like to create new things. We were able to create new things as well, and I think that's so
Mm-hmm.
really really important. But you need to have also a vision of what you want to show to people. This is really really important. And at the beginning, it's difficult
Mm-hmm.
because this is more like the business side. I mean that when you want to be an international artist, you need to understand like the market.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are a unique product, you will be able to be interesting. If you
Mm-hmm.
similar to everybody, you will not be really interesting, and maybe the only interesting part will be like because your price is low. But
Mm-hmm.
if you really like unique, it's completely different. And I think that for us, this was what made us like help us to be international kizomba artists.
But I think you also, from my observation, you also have a certain system, because sometimes an artist is trying to be unique and is doing something different, but you know, it's one workshop of something different. It's like it can be inspiring, you know, or
Yeah.
it's like out of the blue. So I think it's
Mhm.
also that you have a consistent system, you know, that everything fits together, the elements that you propose, you know,
Ah, yeah, yeah,
that
yes.
it's
So
that it's
yeah,
also connected
the,
to
the,
a methodology.
Yes,
Mm,
yes, there's a methodology. This is so important, and also our fusion. For me, when someone is talking about fusion, when you make a fusion of two dances, you need to try to master the two dances, but you try to
mhm,
make a fusion, and that's for me really important. For example, for Urban Kiz with some tango elements, for me it was essential to really master tango. I was not
mhm,
able to make this fusion without like mastering like the tango element. So that's the first thing, and the second thing is to find a way to make it acceptable for Kizomba and Urban Kiz dancer, because that's really complicated.
mhm,
Because sometimes some people like make fusion, but they make a fusion which is so different from the original dance that people like just think, okay, no, I don't want
mhm.
to dance this, or I don't want to learn this.
Or I don't know what to
Uh,
do with this. Okay, it's a nice
yes,
element, but what do I do with it
yes,
later? Mm,
yes,
mm,
and that's really important. We really like blend these two dance, and so that people who dance urban keys are not getting lost, and people who dance tango, they really like see that we learn tango,
mhm,
so they don't feel like disrespected
mhm,
about it.
mhm. So you
And
guys, you
this
have
is really
to
important.
like get inspired and mix it into your own juice. I have here a valuable comment from Steph that is Guani and Kizi who invented tarasha. Thank you for this feministic
Yeah, yeah,
voice.
yes, yes.
It's
Gwenny and
really
Kizzy. Yes,
important.
sorry. Yes, Gwenny and Kizzy. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's just
Not
I
not
just
only
saw
Gwenny.
Kizi for the first time at Global Tarasha. I didn't even know of her
Yes.
existence. So it's very
And,
important.
I'm taking class with Kizzy, so sorry, Kizzy,
Yeah.
to forget your
Yeah,
name.
and
It's
Steph, I
both of
really
them.
love you for this. This is I like when a man reminds me to
Yes.
notice a woman actually. That's so sweet.
Yes.
And I have here
Yes.
another question from the community. Let me just
Mhm.
scroll down. Someone is asking if they can have a personal question. I don't know. You guys can
Yes, of
try.
course.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
of course.
That's Ibrahim, and um, yeah, that's actually there's one question that I really want to ask, but I'm really embarrassed. I don't know if I can.
Yes.
Can I? I'd like to know if you guys are a couple, you and Steffi. I don't
So
know if you're
nothing.
gonna answer this, but
I will answer. Like,
yeah.
I don't like to talk about like personal stuff, but I will answer.
Hmm.
No, we're
Hmm.
not anymore a couple. We
Okay,
were a
but you used to
couple.
be. You used to be.
Yes,
Hmm.
because we have a child together. We
Okay.
have a child together, and
Hmm.
a
How old?
beautiful child. Now,
How
almost
old?
3 years. Almost three
Okay,
years. Almost
like
three
my
years.
son.
I will
Hmm.
need to pick her up like at
Hmm.
4,
Hmm.
but at 4:30. But no,
Hmm.
we're not anymore
Hmm. So
together.
does
Like
this?
a
How
couple.
is this? Because I see, now that I travel a lot and a lot more, and I observe the community.
Yeah,
Sometimes, some people go there for the fun, some for the dance, some people also are looking for a love story. And
yeah.
how is that? How is the community, make it difficult or easy to maintain a relationship, a professional and a personal relationship in this business?
Um, that's two things. It's the artistic part and the business part, and to be just like normal customers
Mhm.
and just dance. So for me, in my case, it's like my work.
Mhm.
So I'm more like, okay, I'm going to work, and after
Mhm.
I'm going home. This
Mhm.
is really what is really important, and that's the same thing for Steffi. So we're not
Mhm.
like there to find love or something like this.
Well, you're not there anymore because you've been there for such a long time.
Yeah, also,
Yeah.
also, but
Mhm.
yeah, after it's I think that's to work together and to be a couple and to have a child. It's not easy
Mhm.
all the time, but I think that I can say that because we know each other like so much, because we trust each other also so much,
Mhm.
it's make it like really easy. Like now,
Okay.
I can say, yeah.
So do you argue, for instance, in your duet as you're working, professionally, like, oh,
Yeah.
you take this dip wrong, you take this your fault, you throw me out of balance, you don't let me do this. Do you have that kind of
Uh,
discussions?
I I will say, like first, like the thing is, what she's always telling me is that I
Hmm.
talk too much. So
Uh-huh.
she would like to talk more, much more. And
You're not
for
letting
her,
her.
it's
You're
like,
not. Yeah.
but
Especially that she has difficulty with English, so she needs more time probably to express
yes,
herself.
but now she can. But at
Hmm.
the beginning, I was so used to talk alone because
Hmm.
now she want to talk like so much, but I
Uh-huh.
was so used to talk like a lot, and but now I need to talk less,
Hmm.
like less, and that's also like really important. And the second thing we argue a lot,
Hmm.
uh, is is uh, what style we like
Hmm.
put on our demo, because
Hmm.
like now we're trying to like put a new style,
Hmm.
and it's always difficult because like sometimes she wants to be more like Urban Kiz with elegance,
Hmm. Hmm.
and some other time she want to like put a new style, and we
Hmm.
always disagree
Hmm.
what
Hmm.
when is like the right time to do this and when is the right
Hmm.
time to do that. So yeah, but no,
Hmm.
like in general, it's really good. It's
Well,
really good.
we're planning a lady styling class for Steffi at Kiza
Yeah,
Fair,
yeah.
and I'm looking for a person to help her translate. And I was thinking that I ask you to translate, but then I thought that maybe if you're there, then you're gonna dominate her and you're gonna say what you want to say instead of what she wants to say. So,
No, no, no,
no,
no, no,
you
no, no.
promise?
No, no, no. I will not. I will not. But if you find like another person, I think it will be better, even for her. No, but I can tell
Yeah.
you, it will be better for her
Mm.
uh, because it will be better. It will be better.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
if
I'm
you cannot,
talking also from my
I will do it.
experience because I've been in partnerships, and sometimes when a guy is leading, and in a way it's really hard to have equal parts when a man is leading, right? He
Yeah,
somehow usually just dominates the flow of the class, and then the woman has a lot to fill in, um, but sometimes it's really hard to go against that, right? So I was thinking from my own experience that maybe I would like a different space so that someone else translates me. So yeah,
yeah. I
we'll
think
find.
that.
We'll find.
Yeah, I think that in this case it will be better. I think that in this
Hmm.
case it will be better because I think she will be a bit stressed if I'm
Hmm.
here looking at her teach.
Hmm.
So
Oh,
if
I
you
know
find
that
someone
so
else,
well. I know that
it
so
will
well.
be it will be
Yeah.
because like the thing is,
Hmm.
she knows, but I know everything that she will like teach. So
Hmm.
it will be like okay, so it will be better. I can say it will
Okay.
be better if
Okay.
you can.
Okay. Thank
But
you
if
for
you
it.
cannot, I will like do it. I will do it, and for me it's fine.
No, we'll
Totally
find
fine.
someone. Mr. Jolie is saying, I have a question. When is the teacher training coming along? You have a lot of interest here.
So yes, so the teacher training will be in April, and it will be during the weekend of 14 to 16. So it will be Friday night, Saturday, and Monday, and Saturday, Sunday, and Monday it will be a training uh, based only on tango elements, but just
Hmm.
Monday. So
Where can we find
Friday, Saturday,
information?
Sunday will be yes. We like launch it on January. We
Okay.
launch it
And
on
when,
January or
where should people be looking for info? On your
in our
website
page,
or in your page?
in
Okay.
our Facebook page. We like give
Okay.
all the.
I'll ask you one of the last questions. Do you have any idea what to do? so that when we organize events here in Central Eastern Europe, that we can find some male paying customers who want to come and dance, and not just men who wants the free pass and free accommodation.
This is really complicated. I think that that's not a work just of month, it's work of
Mm,
year.
mm,
You need first to have like students, male students who go
mm.
to school like regular classes. That's the only way.
Hi,
You
you
need to
should
attract
go.
like
Hi, yeah, you should go.
you need, yeah, you need to attract like a new male students.
Mm-hmm,
That's the only
mm-hmm,
way. Uh, because like you know already, but in Poland or Eastern countries, there is not a lot of like male dancers.
mm.
There's not a lot, and that's a fact. So the only way to attract them is to put them in regular classes, and when
How
they
do
will
we attract
be,
them? How do we attract them to dance? Like, do you? I mean, France is a different place, I guess. France,
yeah,
Holland,
the
but
France is a
do
different
you?
place because there's a lot of like a male dancer.
And there is a lot of African culture. Somehow, it's
Yeah,
natural that they
also,
end up dancing. You know.
yeah, also, this is really I don't have any answer for this. I think that
Mm-hmm,
the thing is what we're doing in Paris is that every summer we're doing open air events, and this
mm-hmm,
attracts so much new dancer.
mm-hmm,
So maybe 200 new people like start to dance just because of that in
mm-hmm.
Paris. I'm just saying in Paris, but in France, everywhere they're doing this. I don't know if you're doing this in Poland, but
Not so
I
much.
think that
We don't even have male leaders. You know, you need a dancer who looks good when they dance a demo. You know, or just on the street. It makes other people think, I want to dance like this. You know, I want to dance
yes,
like this with her. So we need to
but
get the boys dressed and just.
yeah, but I really there's some good dancer in Poland. There's some really
There are
good
some. Yeah.
Polish dancer, but I'm just thinking that just like to see people dancing and having fun, it's
Mm-hmm.
already enough. If
Okay.
people like dance and have fun, like other people want to have fun
Mm-hmm.
as well,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like the first way. Because I can tell you, like people who dance in open air events in Paris,
Mm-hmm.
they're not like professional dancer. They are normal
Mm-hmm.
dancer. They are doing simple things, but people are just having fun. They see first, okay, they're having fun. Maybe they like the music, and they just want to like know also new
Mm-hmm.
people. So that's
Okay,
enough.
that's an idea. Just that's what we used
And
to
of
do with
course,
salsa.
and this
Mm-hmm.
and second thing is that a lot of also teacher teach in like university in campus area, and this
Mm-hmm.
like bring new new student dancer who will
Mm-hmm.
want to dance a lot because they have time. Think that there's two kind of customers who have time. It's students
Mm-hmm.
and retired people.
Mm-hmm.
So if you try to find these two categories, you can have
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of new dancers because they have time to learn, they have time to, yeah, they have time
So
to
yeah, universities are great.
spend.
Yeah, we actually used to do this with salsa.
Yeah,
Somehow it was easier because the Latin culture, it's such a, in the international awareness. Oh, Latino, Latino,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
easy
yeah.
to
But
sell.
I
Kizomba
remember,
is more exotic, like.
yes, but I think that at least in Paris or in France in general, people like know Kizomba. So I remember when I was in the business school, the salsa class in my business
Mm-hmm.
school, because they
Mm-hmm.
were going to my business school, it was full. It was full.
Mm-hmm.
There were so much people. So of course, maybe 10 or 20 people of my business school started to dance salsa very regularly, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing, that's the only way. If you're going to business school or university and you say, okay, let's teach kizomba or over any
Mm-hmm.
dance for a cheap price, they want to dance, they want to learn, and after they'll come to a party, they will have fun, they'll tell to their friends, and that's the
Mm-hmm.
way like people like
Okay,
start to dance.
that's a good
And for me,
idea.
students is the best because students they can like go out every day, so they can
Mm.
really
Get
be
into it,
fresh
like,
bloods
yeah.
for the scene, but like a lot. And for me, it's the best. And
Hmm.
retired people, it's good because they have money, so we
Mm.
can like pay also for festival. But yeah,
It's a
different
good
depend
idea.
on your
Must
strategy. Yeah, it's a good idea.
must remember. I think well, one last question that I would like
Yeah.
to ask. Tell us, what were you like as a child and as a teenager? Were you a good boy or a rebellious boy?
No, I was a really good I was a really good boy.
Good
I was really
student, disciplined.
Yeah, I was a good student. I was a good
Mm.
student. Yeah,
Mhm.
I was a good student. Even my family don't understand, still like don't understand my choice.
Uh-huh.
Why I'm doing what I'm doing. But yeah, I was a good student and a good boy.
Mhm.
Yes.
I think I'm out of questions.
Yes.
That's.
Yeah, I
would
think that's good. That's good. We say
would
one
you like
hour
to?
and it's
Yeah,
like 1 hour.
yeah. Would you like to add anything? Any message to our community? Dwe
Uh,
said hello. Dwe was also one of my teachers who put me on the Kizomba floor. More aware. Hi, Dwe from
No,
Holland.
what I want to finish on is to keep learning, try to learn all the dances under the Kizomba umbrella. So Afro, Samba, Kizomba,
Mhm.
Tarashina, everything. And keep supporting artists and an organizer and DJ as well. And because like so we are booked but like we're not booked but we know that like the hard time are not completely gone, so
Mhm.
we still like need your support and organizer as well. And yeah, we like dancing the dance floor in January.
Well, see you guys in January at Kiza Fair. It's a new event that I'm organizing as part of the Elstall events portfolio. I'm actually sitting here. Here's the roll up. We're gonna have JP and Steffi teaching to get classes together. Also, ladies' time. We're gonna have Guani and Liliana teaching tarasho. Asha Voronova from Ukraine, an amazing female dancer, teaching her interpretation, and Dmitry and Dasha from Ukraine. Also, Rudson Santos from Czech Republic, and amazing DJs, DJ Snakes, DJ Barte, DJ Ishigo, DJ Nice Life, and DJ David Ruela. It's
Mhm.
going to be 5 days from Wednesday to Sunday. The weekend is actually 7th to 9th of January, all in one venue, cheap hotel, big dance floor, super atmosphere.
Yeah,
So join us. Thank you, JP. Say hi to
you're
Steffi.
welcome.
We're
Yes.
waiting for her to have a
Yeah,
good
I will
day.
see her this afternoon.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
bye bye.
Merry Christmas. So
Yeah, thank
tomorrow's
you,
December.
thank you. Yes.
Take care. Bye.
Bye bye. Up.
Okay, and let me end this here.